Hey guys, so today we're going to do a natural out on the town look, and we're going to jump right in and start with our Smashbox primerizer. Love this stuff. And we are also going to prime our eyelids with the Tarte Shape Tape. I actually tried out a few different concealers for this step and nothing measured up to the Tarte Shape Tape, so we're just going to stick to what we know and not bother changing it because it's not worth the risk. And then we are just going to blend this out with a Morphe Y10 brush, and I just like to tap it all the way across my eyelids. Then for eyeshadow, we're going in with the Pure Be Your Selfie palette and using the top transition shade in Pure with a Morphe Y17 brush. And I'm just going to blend this all throughout my crease and really focusing it on the outer corner. Then with the Furless Me 3 brush, this one is just a smaller, fluffier blending brush, and we're going to take the second darkest shade in Natural, and we're just going to work this into pretty much the same area, just deepening the crease a little bit more. With a more tapered blending brush, this is the IBY Beauty brush. I use this one quite frequently because it's really good at packing the shades on. And we're going in with the darkest shade Free, and we're really going to just focus this one on the outer corner just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. With that second brush and the second shade, we're just going to blend out the edges and make sure that it all seamlessly goes together. With my finger, I'm going to take this really pretty rose gold, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid, taking it from the darkest shade and blending it inside. Then with my L'Oreal Voluminous Primer, we're just going to apply it on the top lashes only. Moving back into the face, we're going in with a e.l.f. Glow Primer Stick. This one has cocoa and shea butter in it, and it is so hydrating. I love this one for summertime. And I'm just applying this all over the entire face. We are going to kind of blend it out with a Morphe Y5 brush. This is just to make sure that it gets evenly spread across the whole face. And with foundation, we're going to use the OG Wet n Wild and shake it up a little bit because I am getting low on mine, so I'm just going to make sure that the spatula gets coated. And I'm just using the spatula to dab it all over my face. And with a brush today, we're going in with the Morphe Y6, and I'm just tapping this all in, blending it down the jawline, of course. And then I always do this with a little bit more foundation. I apply it on my cheeks, my forehead, and my chin because those are my redder and my more problem areas. And I just want a little bit more coverage on them. Then with concealer, I'm doing the Milani concealer in shade 115. Now, I've really been loving this concealer. It just takes one dip out of the tube and it coats my entire face. And then with the same brush that we use for foundation, I'm just going to blend out everywhere except for my under eyes. And then with a Morphe Y14, I'm just going to blend underneath so we get the most brightening effect. Then with this HD Flawless Loose Setting Powder in Universal Translucent, I got this from TJ Maxx, and it is very messy, and it's a very white powder, but don't be scared by that because it does not leave a white cast on your face. It is awesome. And I'm just using a beauty blender that I had used earlier that day to pack the powder on. I like to bake underneath my eyes alongside my nose, my smile lines, because they tend to get a little creased. And then I also bake my forehead, my chin, and under my jawline where I want it a little bit brighter. Then with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, I just coat my top eyelashes. And with the IBY Beauty brush and the darkest shade, I'm just going to blend that on my bottom lash line. And I did not hold this brush up, but I believe it was a Ipsy brand one. And I'm using the brightest champagne shade to highlight the inner corners. And I'm about to do my brows. My spoolie and my angled brush are both from e.l.f. and I love both of them. I've been using them for quite a while now, and I love it. And the duo powder that I'm using is from Ulta, and I believe it's in the shade Taupe, and I just use the darker shade to kind of blend throughout the tail of my brow, and then I use the lighter shade to kind of feather in the front. If you guys want to see a more detailed brow tutorial where I'm a little closer up and a little bit more into detail of how I do it, then please let me know. This is the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel, and I'm just applying it all through my brows to hold them still. Then with a bigger, fluffier brush, I'm just pretty much blending out the powder onto the rest of my face and kind of getting rid of my bake. Then with the same shade that we used to highlight the inner corner and the same brush, highlighting under my brow bone. And now I'm just going to do lash primer on my bottom lashes and moving on to bronzer. This is the Hoola one. It is the mini version, but I got it in an Ipsy bag and I have not bought more yet because I'm too cheap. Haha, shocker. But I really, really love this shade and it's awesome. Then with my Mario Badescu spray, I'm just spritzing my entire face. This is the lavender one, of course, because it's purple. And I'm just using another Morphe brush. This is a more dense one just to kind of tap the spray into my skin. Then this is also an Ipsy brush, and this is a tapered highlighting brush. And I like to mix my highlight shades in this palette just because I feel like I get the most glow with the mixture of two. And oh, look how sad this is. There it went. Oh, breaks my heart. I'm gonna have to get a new blush, but maybe this will give me a chance to kind of experiment with some new ones, because I have been using the satin one forever, it feels like. And I will try to find the same one again, maybe in a different shade, because I have been sticking to the same shade. So I'm definitely going to go out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I love using this highlight shade. It's a really, really peach one. And I honestly mostly use this one on more natural days when I don't do a full face, because it gives such a beautiful glow, but it also gives a little bit of color to my skin. And we just applied mascara, and this is a liquid lip from Flower Beauty in the shade Bare Honey. I love, love, love this nude. It's the perfect one for my skin tone, and it holds so much product, the applicator does, so I really, really love it. It's such a comfortable matte lip, and it's one of my favorites. And right after I get done posing, we are just going to spritz our face one more time just to kind of seal all of our highlighting and blush in. And that is the finished look. Moving on to hair, we're going in with the Redken. This is a gel to mousse super holds product. I've actually been really loving this for my hair because I have so much of it and it gets so thick that I need something that has a little bit of a stronger hold, and this does the job. So I take off all my scrunchies because it does get really, really sticky, especially on my hands. So I just flip my head upside down and kind of run it through my hairs and kind of scrunch them all together. And then I fluff them up a little bit and make sure we get everything coated. I like to keep it a little bit more to my root just to give it a little bit more volume, but if you guys want to see some more hair stuff, let me know.